Hey everybody, my name is Matt and I am the creator over at webgamesetcetera.com. And this is a little video series that I'm going to do on a new game that I'm rolling out, which is my first RPG Maker MV engine game. And it is called The Wizard of Ooze. And I've got it under this arcade dungeon RPG production title because I hope to do a series of these where they're very arcade style. They're pretty deliberately dungeon crawlers, and they've got enough RPG elements that to kind of scratch that itch. I created this game because I was looking for a game where I could play for a couple hours and it had a fast arcade style, but it had enough RPG elements to, give me a little bit of something to do, a little bit of brain to engage with. So this is my very first RPG Maker MV demo. I have been previously making video games in Flash for about 10 years and in webcomics and stuff like that, and some at the big brand level with different agencies, but nothing you've ever heard of. And after, it was Steve Jobs' dying wish to kill Flash, I found myself kind of without an engine. And this was really before, Godot and Unreal became free. And just as a one-man band, I was looking for something that I could do myself, just part-times, evenings and weekends, whenever I wanted to do it, and not have to rely on a whole bunch of a team of developers and not have to learn a whole bunch of C# and all this kind of stuff. So I settled on RPG Maker MV, and this is my first game being released as a demo. The demo is fully operational. You can do everything you want. So let's dig into some of that as we go through today and look at what I call the apex, which is the developer's level. So if we go to new game, and it starts on the intro, and this is the intro of the game, and in the three options you have go, which starts the game. You have what, which kind of asks for another set of instructions, and then here in the third option you have apex, which takes you to the apex, which is the developer's level. Now I originally built this for myself so that I had a way to jump to every level of the game from the beginning, so that I would have a way to outfit myself appropriately for whatever level I was jumping to. And at first, it was just a hodgepodge collection of icons and features. But whenever I realized that I was going to actually include it in the game as this developer's level where users themselves could come and turn on God mode spells, and God mode spells include being able to one punch kills them in one punch, truth in advertising. It's God mode for game testing and cheating, and kill fail. There's lots of different times in game scenarios when you're needing to test actually dying against a monster to make sure that what is supposed to happen when you die against a monster happens, that certain switches get reset and certain stages get set back to origin, and certain things have to happen when you die. And so I had to have a reliable means enough to test that without standing there in the combat and just letting him hit me over and over and over until I died. So there are two God mode spells: one punch kill and kill fail. And then of course if you want to take those back away, you can. And the icon indicates that when you have them on, the icon's dark. When you have them off, it's light. See. And then there's all of the God mode levels and spells. So now my level here is 99, and my hit points and my mana points are high. And if we come and we look at the spells, we see we have all of the spells that we can get over the natural progression of the game. And of course, up here inside the description, I've gone through and color coded all of the different categories and made sure that that's consistent, so that after a while, you become used to the fact that blue relates to mana, and green relates to health, and red relates to damage. But we'll get into more of that as we do the gameplay through. Now here These have been turned off because I have enabled the God mode levels and my level is at 99. If I come back and reverse that, we're going to see if I'm back to level 1. We'll see that this functions level up uh, one level at a time. And the reason for that is if I want to come and start over here on level 3 and I want to simulate the natural environment of that, then I don't necessarily want to be all the way up at God levels. I want to be at a level that's appropriate for the level I'm going to go game test. So I had the capability here to go up and down one level at a time so that you can adjust yourself to the level that you need to be for the level that you're going to go to game test. Um, I've got this icon right here to pick up the hint gem and to pick up the ads gem. The hint gem is actually a redundancy that just got left into the system. Um, in the natural course of the gameplay, you get the hint gem automatically. What is unique to this one right here is picking up the ads gem. You do not get that automatically. And if you want to be carrying around the ads gem so that you can turn ads on and off on the fly, you can pick up that gem here. Here you can suit up all 5 levels of the armor suits that you can get through the progression of the game. So this is the first one, which is the dungeon or the depths. This is the second one, which is the dungeon. This is the third one, which is the fire gear, also known as the lava gear. This is the fourth one, also known mana gear, also known as the water gear. And then this is the life gear, also known as earth gear. When you suit up with the gear, you also get in items the gem that allows you to suit up the gear on the fly, and that includes in combat. You can swap out your gear just by using the gem that's associated with the gear. So if I go through here and suit up all of the different suits, you see there I've got the gem, and now even in combat, anytime I'm running around, if I want to have the other suit on, I can just pull it up by using the suit gem. Here in items, so I can put the mana suit back on. I can put the life suit back on. And of course, if I want to put, the clothes back on the dummy and take them off, and now I no longer have them. So you can suit yourself up for all the different levels. You can get whatever items you want. Here in the chest dispenses, I know I'm using the 3 quantity animation, but the chest dispense 99 of each of the different potions. So I've got 99 mana water, 99 dispel herbs. I've got the library book so that I can get through the library. Here are some so health potions, dispel potions. Even though I'm using the 3 quantity animation right here in the Apex room, you're getting 99 of these so that you can test whatever you need to. Here's the library book. Whenever you use the library book, you just see that you have the library book. So, and it says to pass through the library, you need this tome. So, and then this is the Werewolf's Tooth earring, and that is an accessory that you get by fighting a special mob in the library, if you can find him. Then there's this huge master switch right here where you can turn ads off if you just want to play through with none of the ads, and then you can turn them back on again. Green is on, red is off, and then these are all of the different accesses to all of the levels. And there was a little bit of a logical order to it, except for level number 5 here, which just kind of there was no secret level for level 2, so where these are mirrored across to their secret levels, this is level 1, and this is the secret level 1, and then this is level 2, and this is level 3, and secret level 3, and this is level 4, and secret level 4, and this is level 6 and secret levels for 6. This is level 5 just tucked away here. It's just kind of how it ended up when I was developing on the fly. This goes to the 3 different levels of level 7, which are the hedge maze, the start of the hedge maze, the middle of the hedge maze, the end of the hedge maze. From the hedge maze goes into the courtyard, and there's a courtyard and a courtyard secret. There are several different entrances to the library, and there are several different entrances to the tower, and this represents all the different stages along the way. So that if I wanted to test, the fourth portion of the library, I didn't have to jump in at the first entrance and play through all 4. If you want to test something in a level, you can jump straight to any screen, however you want to call it, of any level, all the way through to the end. You can jump straight through to the end. So I call this the apex. It's the developer's level. It started out as a way for me to start the game consistently from one place every single time that I started the game, and in development mode, in testing mode, if I needed to, be working on something here in level number 4, I didn't have to move my guy to level 4 and have the game start from there, and I didn't have to rig a whole bunch of variables to give him the stuff that he needed. If I had the very first level, the apex, uh, as a place where I could do exactly what I wanted to do right from the start and pick up the gear I needed and set up the level that I wanted and turn on my God mode spells so I could one punch kill. So I didn't have to fight every single monster along the way. I could just one punch kill them until I get to the monster that I needed to be fighting for the check. And I know some people are going to say, well, there's the combat simulator there. You can just jump from the troops, but it doesn't always work. It's not always inside the scenario of, oh, I've come through these levels and I've got all of these different pieces and I've just killed these 2 things which trigger this, and now I need to fight it and make sure that when the fight is done, the grave opens up. You can't always answer those kinds of questions by just popping into the combat simulator. And it's a drag to have to set up those variables for every single time you test run. And I just found that creating a level where you could do everything you needed to do and you could jump straight to where you needed to be, I just found this to be, the most convenient thing in the long run for game testing and for game development. And so that's why I developed Apex. You get here right from the start. So, right as the game starts, it gives you the little bit of rundown, and you can choose to come straight into the Apex and do whatever you need to do. And then, of course, back in the day, when it was the actual start of the game and other people were game testing, you also needed a way to just start the game from here. And so that's this choice right here, start the game level 1. And you're back to where you started. So that's the apex, and that gives you an idea of one of the things that I did in developing the game that was a convenience for myself. I've never seen anybody talk about a developer's level like that. I don't know, maybe somebody else out there is doing that too. Maybe that's the way it's done out there and I just don't know it. But that's what I did for me and for my development, for making game testing easy. And that's one of the first options that you're presented with here. So I wanted to cover that before I went into our very next video, which is going to be level number 1. So I'll see you guys there. All of the other things, subscribe button, whatever. If you want to come see the next one, you'll come see the next one, and I'll see you there. Thanks. Bye-bye.